I spend most of my life telling you about love and how that is expressed when it comes down to God and humankind. I've shared with you how the earth was made by God, not by men, and that all things that were made by God can never be made by men, and they belong to the Maker, God. And no man can claim ownership of it. They can use it, but they can't claim ownership of it. All of the resources that are in the earth, on the earth, above the earth, seen and unseen, provided for the benefit of anybody on earth that can use it. Especially that part which is an essential for survival for every human being on earth, like food, clothing, shelter. Well, you can put education in there and healthcare as well, and other things. And since everybody benefits from it, each one got something that they can do to contribute in the process of creating all the stuff that is required. And that's like a team effort, creating everything for the team. And the team owns everything because the team created everything. And all they have to do is get from it as they desire, need, or want. That takes away all of the stuff that have been established out of this old evil system that's predicated on lying and cheating and stealing and killing. Now, God has proven to me that those of you who talk about God know nothing about God. Now, I don't know. I'm not going to argue about what y'all be saying about the book. I brought up in the book, studied the book, spent time while in prison reading through the book several times. But life has its instruction as well. And it didn't stop teaching back in years past. Life is always teaching. And people are always growing. And things are always changing. And today, I'm at a point where I can say to you, the American people and people of the earth, that you are saying that you understand God, you love God, means nothing to God. A reason, because it means nothing to us as human beings. We don't care about each other. And we think we do, just like we think we care about God, because we've been told how to think about God, and we haven't been born again. And the reason you haven't been born again, because the people who talk to you about being born again have not been born again. They're just following some instructions. What's the difference between somebody telling you, reading some scripture, telling you what the scriptures mean, and trying to get you to believe what they're saying? What's the difference in that than someone in the church someplace trying to teach you how to speak in tongues? You laugh at them when they try to teach you to speak in tongues. Blah, 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 blah. You laugh at them. And that's why you should be laughed at when you try to tell somebody about God that you don't know anything about. God is love. God is boss. No man can serve two masters. If God says that all of the things that you are to be provided for on this earth, that you are to do that one for the other, that's how we manifest thy will being done on earth as it is in heaven. And somebody else come back and tell you, no, you can't do it that way. I'm going to own this, they say. And I'm going to make money. You're going to have to work for me, and I'm going to pay you money. And you have to accumulate certain amounts of money to buy the houses that you guys made. You're going to have to create and save certain amounts of money and get in debt to buy the transportation that you guys have prepared for. It is nothing but a big old robbery. I didn't know that when I was growing up. They didn't tell me that. It was normal. But one day, for some strange reason, my eyes were open. And so I don't have any money to do anything with. Why don't I have money? Because I can't work for the devil. I've been telling you guys for 36 years that you are working for the devil. Well, God doesn't expect you to all of a sudden just quit. You know, the The system still is the system. So you have to start changing your mind, changing your concepts about things, and then make changes. But right now, you got oil companies, BP, Standard, Amco, all these different oil names on God's oil. Claimed it. And we the people, little peons, little slaves, little nothings. When we're supposed to be God's magnificent children. Now, the people who are abusing us, who got their name on these oil companies and stuff now, we are no better than they are. Just because they are messing over us, we're allowing them to. They don't know God. We don't know God. They are messing over us because they don't know God. Mine is their God. We're allowing them to mess over us because we don't know God. Apparently, mine is our God too. That's all we're doing, working for to get it. So, what I've told you, ladies and gentlemen, is true. God took me and sent me around the country to tell people, to talk to people on street corners, in churches, everywhere I can find them, and tell them about the love of God. Tell them about the stuff that they talk about in the Bible that they could implement just like that. And then, having done that for a great period of time, come back and run for public office, champion as platforms those things that I talked to you about here, those things that you're on your knees praying for, and not a single person understood what was going on. And even now, today, while I say I don't have money, I can't fix. Look, I sacrificed I don't want to say sacrifice. I had no way to do it as far as dental, taking care of my teeth through my lifetime required money, and that I haven't had. So I sacrificed. How did I say that? I didn't sacrifice. I just didn't do the devil's will. And I don't have any teeth. I didn't have anybody standing up backing God's will. So we couldn't override the devil. And yesterday is Monday. Yesterday you were at church. I don't like this.